So another awesome episode of this show, and actually every episode I feel like is really, really good. I'm never like bored or thinking like, well, that wasn't that good. I mean, every episode is great, and I just feel like a lot of people aren't watching this show, and maybe it's just because it's on a kind of a strange channel because I've definitely never watched anything on here before. But my hands down favorite scene from this episode was the restaurant scene when he envisioned like stabbing those people, his boss and like the guys from corporate or whatever. And even though he totally wanted to do that like for real, you've probably had a job or you've gone to school with people who were annoying and you like think, I could just stab you. Like, I never pictured it in my mind like he did, but I think that was just a funny way of them showing and representing like a thought that a lot of us have, like when your coworkers are so annoying, like in a meeting or something, and you just want to strangle them or stab them. But of course, I would never do that, and you would never do that, but he definitely wanted to do that. So, like I said last week, I definitely think Mr. Mercedes is gearing up for something else huge because he also envisioned like the entire restaurant, killing everyone in the restaurant. And I think that he also was doing the thing with his arms again, like we saw him do in the last episode, which I think is like victory or whatever. Like he wants to kill a bunch of people again, but on a bigger scale because he wants to feel relevant. He knows the police don't even care anymore. They're not even looking for him. It's only this one detective. So I kind of feel like that's where the finale is going. And I know some of you have read the book, so please don't share with me what happened in the book. A lot of you have commented that you think this will be a multiple season show, and I haven't found anything about that, but I would definitely be cool with that because I think it's a really good show. And I'm also hoping like more people get on the bandwagon and find out about it because I think it's really good and definitely worth watching. So, I almost felt sorry for his mom in this week's episode. And sometimes I was thinking, kind of feel bad for him because he's had such a bad life. But then I realized in this episode, like, he's just a really bad person. Because she wants to get her life back together and she wants to be sober and she wanted to get a job, which we know is not going to happen. And I kind of felt bad when that guy was trying to take advantage of her. And then the worst part for me was when her son bought her vodka and basically wants to keep her under control, keep her drunk. And I was wondering, I said last week, like, why hasn't he moved out? And apparently he enjoys this living situation. He doesn't want to be without her. So it's just like one big dysfunctional mess and he wants to be in it. So it was like she was really trying to do something for herself, even though it probably wasn't going to work. And he definitely didn't want her to mess with his plans or to mess with things the way things are now. So I'm just a little bit confused about how his little brother died because it seemed like in some of the flashbacks he survived the choking incident, but I almost felt like his older brother pushed him down the stairs. But then when he was telling his boss, which I know he was trying to get sympathy and it's probably not true, he said he was choking and then fell down the stairs. So I took it from the flashbacks that his brother had actually killed him. But I don't know, maybe it was a total accident. How do you perceive like the flashbacks that we saw? So, yeah, I definitely think every time like an episode comes on, I'm just worried for like all the people surrounding the detective, like his neighbor and his friend who's probably like in high school and his girlfriend. It's just like everyone he's around I feel like could be a target for Mr. Mercedes, and now he has access to the detective's car through the key fob, so that's going to be really dangerous probably starting next week. So yeah, he definitely wants to mess with the detective because the detective embarrassed him last week. So I'm really worried that someone's gonna die like probably next week, and that makes me nervous because this guy is seriously sadistic. But I was googling the guy who plays this role and I think he's British, but I just think he does such a great job because he just looks insane. He looks like someone who is a serial killer. It's probably makeup, but they have like red all around his eyes, and I know he's like not that old, and he just looks absolutely crazy, and I think he does an excellent job. I've never seen him in anything before, but he plays like a crazy sick killer perfectly. I know that's probably not a compliment a lot of people would want to hear, but for him, for this role, it totally works. But let me know what you thought of this week's episode. I also wanted to let you know that I've been binging a show called Good Behavior. I think I've mentioned it before. Good Behavior is on TNT. The reason I got into it is because Michelle Dockery is the star, and I love Downton Abbey, and she was one of the stars of Downton Abbey, but she plays an American in this show, and I don't absolutely love it, but I am pretty intrigued by it. I just have a few episodes left of season 1. I wanted to get your feedback on this because season 2 returns October 15th, so I will probably be watching. Do you want me to start covering that for this channel? Is that something you watch or something you are interested in binging? Apparently these episodes are on TNT on the website. I did not download the app, but I could not get them to play on the website, so you may have some issues there. The app may work. I may have to look into that, but a few of the episodes were on the website, but they would not play, even though it says that they're free, so I don't know about that. But let me know in the comments or by thumbsing up if you want me to pursue doing season 2 of that show on my channel, and if not, that's totally fine because I will just watch it anyway. But I hope you're having a great day. I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.